Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the fourth part of Unit 2, Understanding Nature and Its Existence. Of the subject understanding the human being comprehensively, human aspiration and its fulfillment, subject code ROE-074. Mr. Ashutosh Kumar Gupta, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, JLB ITM Greater Noida. I welcome you all in this lecture. In the previous lectures, we have studied about the past three previous lecture we have studied about the human personality, the experiencer, the doer, the learner or knower, and the fear and anger, about fear and anger. After that, in second part, we understood about the concept of understanding the nature, its existence, four orders of nature. The four orders were the Padarthavastha, Pranavastha, Jeevavastha, Jnanavastha, that is material order, plant oblique bio order, animal order, and human order. After that, we studied the concept of interconnectedness and mutual fulfillment in nature, and lastly the harmony in nature. After that, in third part, we gone through the concept of sustainable development and existence and coexistence of harmony at all the levels, and impact of coexistence on human life and living. In this part, last part, we would be studying about the effect of advanced technologies and modernization on nature. What are the effects that are occurring on the nature due to advanced technology and modernization? Then we would be studying about the relationship between human and nature, and cleaning of environment and recycling process. What will be the effect of these processes on nature, and how they will be helpful in coexistence of human and nature. And last, we will be discussing about human relationship with nature. So to start with, coming to the first slide, effect of advanced technologies and modernization on nature. What are the effects of advanced technology and modernization on nature? As you all people know that we have advanced so much in technology, so much of modernization has occurred, but certainly it has occurred somewhere on the cost of natural disaster or nature's element. So with the advanced technology, modernization has taken shape, leading to human distancing themselves from the nature. So as the modernization has occurred, technologization has occurred, new technologies have come, and the comfort for living and many things have changed, right from the past ape civilization to the modern human civilization. We have distanced ourselves. As the civilization has grown up, we have distanced ourselves from the nature. Humankind has become a sufferer because of its destruction of nature. Humans have badly destructed the nature, and for that you can see the amount of greenhouse effect is increasing. The soil pollution, noise pollution, air pollution is at extreme nowadays. Humans are forced to withstand harsh temperature due to deforestation. In some part of the world, the temperature are above 55 degree, and the people have to face these uh, condition due to deforestation. Despite several attempts to conserve the natural resources, other forms of natural disaster still challenge for human survival. So now, even after once you have distanced yourself from the nature, you have destructed the nature, even the several attempts to conserve the natural resources and other form of this are still challenge for human survival. So you can see some parts of the Kerala are being flooded because of the unnatural or the nature destruction, or the without understanding the constructions and all those things have been made, and the climate changes is occurring and the weather shifting is occurring. due to which the flood is uncontrolled and there is a lot of loss of human life and resources. So, despite of several attempts, it becomes very difficult to control this challenge, because once you disturb the ecosystem, it will be very difficult to manage these changes, and as difficult it will be the human survival. No, human cannot afford to destroy the nature. It is the very fact, and all of us know this now. But even if the person who has self-evaluated, the person who wants to live in harmony with nature, with coexistence with nature, would understand it, that you cannot destroy nature. If you destroy nature, nature will destroy you. Humans may be strong enough to dominate the world, but we cannot afford to destroy nature. As witnessed in several places like Australia fires and the urban air pollution, most people are conscious about the future. We have to think about the future. The future is in danger if we destroy or we harm the nature. We, the humans, are always trying to keep abusing the power over nature, destroying the original pure nature that once existed. For example, now people are relying on air purifier, but the air purifier is a machine which is consuming power. Again, it will increase the greenhouse effect. The things which are free in the nature, the oxygen and air which is free are the nature. We are, with the help of technology, we have dominated nature, and we're trying to use the technology to sustain ourselves, which is very wrong. We should think about it. So whatever thing is available in original pure form, for that, why do we need machines? We should just use our brain and think. Once we have to do the self evaluation about it. The truth that human and nature no longer exist in harmony, instead of humans are destroying the nature. This all shows that why human is not in coexistence with nature and is trying to destroy the nature for his materialistic desires, for his personal benefits, and with the aim, we have already talked that 75% of the population are useless because they are only here to earn money and live without thinking about the good and bad. So everybody wants to escape once in a while and flee from other problems, stress from the world, and go to the nature. Now people are realizing, and human beings should realize, that they want to leave their problems and stress and would like to interact with nature, because once you go in the lap of mother nature, you feel that you are blessed. You feel the bliss, you feel the sukh and samriddhi. You feel that all stresses are gone. Not only do humans wants to protect nature, but also go there as a stress reliever from the real world. And for that, there is an example also. The Chris candles is an example of such an act. He did not have much such a troublesome life he was having with the person. He was a rich person. He actually is very luxurious life. Yet McCandless wanted something new and escape the mysterious place. McCandless explored the nature to escape the society and all its anxieties and sources dilemmas. So even though he was having luxury life, lot of money, lot of wealth, but he was anxious, and he was having certain amount of stress, which he thought that if he would escape the society and go to the mother nature, he would will go out of the social dilemmas and would explore the nature and get some relief. As already in the previous slide I've told you about that, in Australia, Belgium, so people with depression are being given idea to go do the agriculture work. Now, what is the relationship between human and nature? The relationship between human and nature can be described in different ways. It can be beautiful, cruel, or at times puzzling. So the very complex relationship human beings have with nature. and this is very fact true. Sometimes it will be beautiful, very beautiful when you are going the trees and good plants. Sometimes it is cruel when you are doing the deforestation. Sometimes puzzling that you want something from the nature, but for that you have to destroy the nature. And so it's a very complex relationship. Based on their surrounding, humans can simply accept nature, deal with their situation, or make efforts to change it. So, depending upon the surrounding, people accept the nature or deal with the nature, make effort to change the nature. So, human evolution has been necessitated by nature from the time human were Homo sapient and eventually becoming modern. Now, the people have become modern, and evolution has necessitated the nature from the time where when humans were. Evolution has occurred in the human being, and the things have become more challenging with the passage of time. The relationship has become more complex with nature of a human being. Now, what is the need of the hour or need of today's need is that, and cleaning environment recycling should be there, so that there remains a coexistence between human and nature. There are more and more people each day that get involved. Now people are getting involved in cleaning the environment, and government has also uh, re- issued the order of Swachh Bharat. Now everybody wants Swachh Bharat, and Swachh, the whole system, the whole world should be clean. Scientists are now more concerned with the carbon emissions and want ways to reduce the carbon emissions. So there are more and more people each day that get involved in cleaning the environment, who recycle the and protect the natural resources like trees. So trees are very important, we need to conserve them. Human constantly developed alternative ways of coping with nature, so constantly developing the alternative ways in which we can cope up with the nature, or we can use the resources of the nature without destroying the nature. Humans are forced to contend with the changing patterns of weather now and other natural process affected human until they found out ways of dealing with it using advanced technology. So if we don't bother about the environment, so environment won't bother about us and will penalize us in the process of affecting the nature. If we affect the nature, it will action reaction process will occur, because all are interconnected. We have, as we have already studied in the previous slides. Now, what is the need of collaboration with nature for human to change the world? We need to collaborate with nature to change the world. Human needs to collaborate with nature to change the world for better, for the betterment of the world. Human need to now is needed that they should collaborate with nature. To achieve a sustainable future, the human needs to revisit their relationship with the nature. Now, we have developed some relationship, and those relationship were cruel, puzzling, and sometimes beautiful. So now we have to reevaluate this relationship and reevaluate and revisit this relationship and try to make the relationship beautiful. Otherwise, sustainability of human being will be indifferent. So we have to develop a right understanding. The most important strategy to educate people about the need to conserve environment. We need to educate people about the environment, how to conserve them. It is important to review ways in which humans have negatively affected the environment to develop sustainable solutions to avoid further destruction. We now have whatever has been done. So people should learn from their past experience to become a doer or performer for the betterment, and then to make the present beautiful, and benefits should be given to the future. And that can only be developed if we educate people about the sustainable solutions to avoid further destruction and promote positive relationship with nature. So this is the need of the hour. Collaboration of human and nature. Human and nature have collaborated. Normally people say that human activities destroys nature. However, we should understand why humans destroy nature. There should be understanding that why the people are destroying the nature. There should be evaluation, self-exploration, that why do we want to destroy the nature, what benefits we are getting, or what are the negative effects we are getting before thinking of destroying the nature. People destroy nature to meet their basic requirements, like people cut the trees to get the papers for fire woods for their preparation of daily meals. But we need to think that how much is required from the nature so that it can replenish itself, and the sustainability should go on. Naturally, the number of people living in the earth has increased. Yeah, that the population has increased so much, so many times in the world, and the natural resources needed to facilitate the needs of the experiment have been overused. So we have used and like water in some popular parts of the world, the water they have become water dry, water scarce area. So if this situation goes to many parts of the world, then earth will become unsustainable, as we have less amount of drinking water, very less amount of less than 1% of drinking water of the total water available on the earth. So we need to think that why which resources has been overused, and how we can manage these resources so that it should be making the sustainable development of human with nature. Human relationship with nature. Humans relationship with nature is very complex system, as we already. There are ways that humans love nature, but some ways that despise nature. Humans adore nature even more. The natural world is needed for the survival. Nature is what provides oxygen, food, and water. Yeah, very true. We get food, oxygen, water from the nature. So there is new relationship between human and a strong relationship between human and nature. Going green is the prime example of humans protecting nature. Now people are trying to preserve the nature with the help of technology. People are trying to preserve the nature. Go green has become well known for us within the society. So this is the things that how we will, with the self evaluation and self under right understanding comprehensively, and considering our aspirations, why we have such aspirations. So the basic and right understanding of what all those things will lead to the understanding of human being and its expansion, and will lead to its expansion in the correct manner, with harmonious manner, with coexistence manner. So by this way we end the unit second, uh, and we will be starting our next unit in the next lecture. So till then, thank you, take care, stay safe.